Aiden, what did you do?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, getting ready to go back down to Matt's for round number 2. Looks like we're gonna hit weather on the way down, so we got the wire rack in with a tarp over it. Dusty's over there all excited to go pull a bunch more wires. So here we go.
So we made it all the way to Cedar. And this is what the front of the truck looks like. So you can peel the slush off in chunks.
Wait, this is thick.
Yeah, but over the fore envelope is so thick I'm not even sure if you'd be able to break it off.
Alright, we're here. We made it. Weekend number 2.
Howdy, Ed.
Seem pretty thrilled about taking that.
It's a party, dude. I mean, if you really want, I guess I can share some.
Oh no, you got her.
Oh, I would hate to.
I don't work like that.
Okay, since they're still in the middle of construction chaos, we can build some harnesses and some fuse box or something inside, because it'll probably be in the morning until we can get the record in. Tanner's here being our scribe. He's making notes for what pin goes where.
Yep.
So when I make the diagram for this truck, I'll be able to have all those notes. In fact, I have a 3-ring binder right there that I keep all my notes in, and then from that I'll make a diagram for all the various circuits on this truck, so it'll be a lot easier to diagnose this in the future.
I've been sitting in that chair there for like the past hour and a half. Because Dusty took the chair I had before.
Yeah.
You took my rolly chair.
I just didn't want you to fall asleep. I didn't want to hear you snore.
I really wanted my rolly chair. You didn't want to hear me snore? I don't snore.
Well, maybe. You don't know.
I just dream about being a tractor. Come on. What are you attempting to do, Caden? Bend this piece of sheet metal. So I'm just using what I have. Okay, so I got this piece built that it's gonna hold the fuse box. It goes right here. So it kind of just lines up with the edge of the firewall there. And then we'll cut some inserts in here to put the fuse blocks in that this is gonna have on it. And then so when they want to pull the cab off, they just pour these four bolts off, and all the fuse boxes and all that'll just lay down and they can pull the cab off. So I laid out a little bit of the templates just here on paper because I don't really have any nice cardboard to do this. None of that cereal box quality stuff. Yep, nope, none of that. So these are holes where these pieces will go through. Oh, that was upside down. This goes through like that. And then this one will sit down here. So I'm not quite sure I'm gonna cut it yet, but how you're gonna cut it, or if you're gonna cut it? Oh, I'm gonna cut it. That's just how. Okay. Not quite sure how just yet.
Dusty's still over here pinning out the big bulkhead connectors, and I'm trying to figure out the fuse boxes. So
what are we doing now? Getting the right tool. I know where everything is at home, but I sure don't know where it is over here.
boom. Paul has Mountain Dews. Matt has chicken and a biscuit. So Paul asked me to return the favor to steal a couple of Matt's Mountain Dews, but it's empty. It's so empty.
That must be a crime.
It is a crime. So your task,
should you choose to accept it,
is to take those right there and put them in here so we can enjoy the fresh taste of stolen Mountain Dews.
Okay.
Do I need like a ski mask where you can only see my eyeballs and mouth?
Oh no, we got video evidence. There's no reason to hide it now. Well, Matt, I hope that wasn't your favorite box of chicken in the biscuit. Pretty well killed them. They were good though. Thank you. They were really good. Hey, now we got some template material for the next thing we build. Huh? Good morning. Here it is, first full day back at the MORR shop. Doing all the tedious stuff today because everything else we've been doing hasn't been all that tedious. Dusty's pinning out this crazy 49 pin bulkhead connector. Lucky him.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep. So that was probably the hardest one. And we got this 16 pin connector. It's already pinned. I'm over here working on this fuse box. Caden's working on this here bracket some more. Saw that he was working on it last night, but I think he's pretty well got her wrapped up. Kind of have a visual of how it's all gonna lay out. I like that a lot. Good job. Get some black paint on that and it'll blend right in and look good. So sweet. Back to the tedium. Kenner's running our cameras today, so keeping batteries in them and pushing all the magic buttons, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We're gonna try and use this front winch to pull this thing in here because we are not strong enough to push it.
Yeah, and there's 4 of us, and this thing is a big fat chunky.
It is a chungus.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks that good. Yeah, that was
Surprised they didn't already have that one done. I thought they did it.
Yeah, I thought they did too. Oh, it's done now.
Yeah, it is. You want to roll it all the way up?
Yeah, we need to probably
Since it's here.
pull
Pull it out.
Pull it out, see if we can get it spooled on there correctly.
I'm just pinning out this harness for the engine harness. I got the other side done, so this is actually will go inside the cab, and that way when they pull the cab off, all of these will get unplugged from inside and pull out with the grommet and sit here with all this stuff, and then they can just lift the cab right off.
Throwing some paint on your piece there, Caden?
Yep, it's all made. So now it just needs to be black. And also not rust.
What you doing, Dad?
Continuing my saga on the fuse box here.
2 fuse boxes in one.
Yeah, just cut some more wire to add in here. Make my own little version of C-3PO.
Quite high. Wow. You can work underneath the arms and not hit your head.
Yeah, pretty nice.
He can still live.
I guess we could start slinging some more wires here, huh?
Do you want to mount that for me really quick?
Okay, what do you want me to mount over there?
That terminal block.
Yeah, see there's a mark there.
Oh,
There's a
okay,
mark
so
there,
just
so we just need to
drill
drill
or
it.
tap a couple
Yep.
holes.
Yeah,
Couple quarter 20s.
quarter 20, so be real careful with the taps. This is pretty thick stuff, so.
Not be like Ben, break a 1/2 inch drill bit in the frame.
This is a good tap.
Just don't be like Ben from like a hole where he breaks every time he does it with hand.
Yeah.
But it does it with an impact and you can't break it.
Just the 2 gauge.
Oh, what?
Aiden, what did you do?
Don't worry about it.
Whoa. That bad, huh?
So I tapped this hole, and then just as I was about to back it out, the tap broke. So it's supposed to look like this, and now it looks like that. Anyway, sorry, Matt.
Hey, let's see it in the frame.
Well, he's got some left-handed drill bits. I might be able to do that to get it out.
Well, the drill bits aren't going to touch that.
Oh, that's true.
Is it hard to?
It's very hard.
What are you gonna do to get it out?
I guess we can slide it over a little.
Forever a tap at this frame.
How did you get this in here? We
Use the winch.
use the winch. Nice. I love the front wheels.
And it's strong enough to pick up the cab.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
Caden, you gonna give Matt your gift?
And then the Teflon sliders need to break in and wear the paint off the columns.
Go on, Caden. Admit.
Well,
Just a
must have been quite an adventure.
It was a big one.
Well,
It was a big one.
did you get the tap okay that time, Katie?
Chad, do you need anything from me?
If you got the other half of a brain, I'd be happy to take one right about now.
You had one of those weeks.
It's a lifetime of one of those.
Fuel pump, fuel pump, fuel pump, fuel pump. It's right here.
Okay.
I knew it was somewhere.
I just didn't see it poking out the end. I was
Yeah, it must have been pulled.
Well, Matt, really quick.
Yeah.
I shattered the end of that tab. It was identical to this one, but
Now it's still part of it.
Yeah, it's part of your frame now.
Oh, it's permanent fixture. Well, this is hardened steel.
Yeah.
yeah, I was.
So you made it stronger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That one little spot's not gonna wear through.
The computer likes a good, really straight ground, don't they?
Yeah, the computer itself will also have a direct ground
Yeah.
right here, but I just figure the more grounds to the cab, the better.
The better.
So, especially as much stuff as we'll have in there, so. We're gonna have a wiring harness to the console about the size of your forearm, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff.
This was supposed to be a rock clean.
It is. It's a really big one. Well, we're almost at the end of the day. We got this box is pretty well done. This is the main fuse box that goes with the engine management. That's all taken care of. We ran a bunch of wires back here for the air solenoids for the tire inflation and the airbags. Dusty's ran a bunch of cables. We got our main cable there for our power to go to the cab. Just a stack of stuff. Caden's back here tearing these winches apart to so we can wire all of these winches to run remote from inside the cab. We got to pull the solenoid boxes off, wire them differently. And then Dusty's running the power cables. We've got this big old harness.
Chonky.
So these are the, this is the big connector at the cab for all the winch controls. And then here's one of our bulkhead connectors for everything that runs out of the cab and runs down the driver's side or the passenger side rail. And this one's the driver's side. This is about the extent of the harness on the inside of the truck, so. But that, I think, is ready to go in. Okay, well, I think that wraps it up for today, and Paul and Michelle are in town, so we get to visit with them. Woo! Yeah. Good morning. Still doing construction here on Ed's apartment, so we'll just kind of work around them best we can. We've got the dash harness pretty well taken care of. It's still on the table here.
Dash arms.
Yep. So I'm gonna wire up the ignition switch, then they go to these wires right here. And I think we'll test this while it's still on the bench here. Make sure everything's good before we put it back up in that cab. Dusty's back here in the back, getting ready to run some more battery cables.
Hey. Hello. I'm over here.
We still have a lot of battery cables to terminate and put up over here in this junction block over here behind the winch. Gonna need to drill some holes to run some cables through. We gotta put a motor back here for the rear steer. It's an electric over hydraulic pump back here.
Get her done.
Yeah, hopefully Matt needs us for a recovery or something today. I'd like a break from all the wires, so it'd be kind of fun. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Till then, we're back to work.
What's your drilling holes at Dusty?
Just in this floor here to run some big power wires up for the hydraulic pump for the rear steer. I'm just bringing up a number 2, positive and negative, and power all this up back here. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm wiring stuff. That's why we're here.
Oh, you're yanking apart this solenoid box?
The real question, Tanner, is what are you doing?
I'm videoing like I'm supposed to.
Well, that's about time you're doing what you're supposed to. Chad, he told me to shut up.
He said it first.
Will you guys quit communicating like you're related? Can't we all just be friends?
Nope.
Because
What world do you live in?
I know, it's the holidays, everybody's supposed to be.
Angry and disgruntled?
Anybody ever stumble across my fluid handle flush cut?
I could not, no.
Right. I have no idea where those went.
Yeah, I have no idea where your flush guts ended up.
Pretty sure it was Kenner.
Probably.
What? Why are you blaming it on me?
Didn't we tell you that was the your second responsibility?
Take blame.
Take blame for every stupid thing that I do specifically.
I now know how a hunter feels.
These go in this box right there for the relays.
So the relays plug into?
Yeah. This will be for the cooling fans. So, and then these little gray with red wires that I'm crimping them on. These are the wires that the computer uses to turn those relays on. So.
Gotcha.
So we'll get those crimped on right quick. That crimped on. I'll go ahead and crimp the seal. That's why they got such a big loop right there.
Oh, so you can put the seal on.
So you put the seal on.
Yeah, we'll do all that, but
Yeah, and that just pinches around it like so.
Yeah, because when it can't slide around the movies.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
gonna go.
Look at the last one, and then we snap the little locks off.
Does that keep all the wires from backing out?
Yep. Doesn't really so much hold the wires in as it does hold the seals in. And those seals need to be there for the box to be waterproof.
Is it actually a waterproof box?
It is.
With those seals, it makes it waterproof.
Yep. Yeah, there's really not. If the lid is on it, then it's waterproof. I think to 6 feet.
Everybody, this is Cooper. He's everybody from way back. You know Paul and Robbie and all those guys. We got chadsfab here. Hello. We got Dusty and we got Kinner
Hello.
and Kara.
Caden.
So they're here helping with all the wiring on this. Chad, are you interested in helping on this recovery? Sure. Okay. I know that it'll throw a kink in things, but that's what happens.
Yeah, that's how life is.
Okay. I'm still putting this together.
Okay.
So I
Just let us know. We're
so I
gonna
don't
keep-
know exactly what, but it'll be easy when it's time to go. You'll need like 5 minutes of prep.
Okay, that's my kind of deal. So these are kind of funky looking little clips, since they just go over the backs of these relays. There we go. There's one.
So just inside of this piece that goes on the top of the winch, that's this whole contactor set up. There's different things that are into it. So this is the box for the wireless controller. So that if you use the wireless controller, this is what actually controls that. Inside of this thing, there's a little switch that turns on the controller so you can use it. This kind of just switches that on and off, and that's where you plug in the wired controller. It's right here. But so it all runs into this smaller box. Yeah, so that's the actual contactor. But so these, so what I've been doing is unplugging this connection. So we'll leave the wired connection in case Matt needs to just run one winch or something, and whatever's going on, he can just plug it in. That'll still work, but this wireless connection is not going to work anymore. So this yellow is what makes it go out. So if you put power to this part of the connector on the contactor, yeah, it spools out, and if you put power to this side of the contactor, it spools in. So that's what we're doing, is we're just running these wires out of the contactor here to power up these tabs so it can go in and out. Because this third tab is just the ground.
Still working on it? Yep, just the last couple little things here. Not all of these will be grounds. That will take care of. Put a piece of tape around that.
Notice that weird fabric tape.
Yep. I like it because it makes it's more flexible than the plastic stuff,
like
the regular vinyl tape. So some of this stuff, and it's just a little easier to do these little short sections. But this will all get taped up with regular tape when we're at that point. So.
There's a lot going on here today, as you can see.
Grip it. And then I got the other one. I got yellow on it.
Oh, that's so you can tell them apart when you.
Yeah, just to make everything really. I mean, obviously the wires are totally different going into it, but the connectors will interchange. So
And you don't want to plug that in.
we don't want those kind of. That would be a bad mistake.
You guys better go get some tacos. There's even Dorito tacos.
Ooh, nice.
You better hurry.
For a minute there will be.
What's what? Food. That's what it is, Dusty. Come on.
I asked for every type of sauce. I don't know what they're working on.
Right here, they do look narrower, don't they?
Well, we've got a loose one.
Is that what they were based off of?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's narrow. It should be wider.
Those stink. What'd we do? What'd you do, Matt?
Oh, dude. Okay, well, we're gonna eat. We're leaving.
Matt just had a call. He's got 4 Jeeps stuck up on the top of the barracks trail. So he needs a couple of drivers. Dusty and I are gonna go. Our work's pretty well wrapped up here at the MORR shop for this round. We re-ran all the harness through the cab. We've got this little bracket that Caden made, bolted onto the firewall. Got these 2 fuse boxes put in. This is a fuse box, that's a relay box for the cooling fans. right here will be the fuse box for the rear steer, and we'll get that put in next time we're here. This bracket will unbolt and it will sit down here on the frame or on the exhaust, and it will be out of the way for the cab to come up. So these are all the wires that are going to go up to this bulkhead connector here. And then there's also a bulkhead connector over there, that little orange round deal. And all those harnesses that are laying right here will pin into that connector. On the inside, there's still not a lot of stuff we can terminate in here. We have the ignition switch hooked up, computers mounted inside of there, main fuse box is right there. This will be all the wires that go inside the console. So there's going to be a lot going on in the console. I think that takes care of it for this round. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. See if we can make this run and proof out all of our wiring, make sure everything's all good. Then we can do some final connections, final taping, get everything all mounted, and pretty well have this all wrapped up for Matt. So one more visit should have this pretty well functioning. Of course, we'll have to make some other trips back as Matt finishes up dash and console and other things. So, but I think that takes care of it for here. We're headed over to Fab Rats, do a little work on the FJ. Quick stop here to Fab Rats. We had a little bit of a meltdown here in the fuse box on the FJ. When we put this big Crown Vic fan in it, it drew so much current that it melted this box. So let me see how cooked that is. And it still stinks. It's been melted for months and it still stinks. So we're gonna fix that. But the main thing I'm excited about is right over here. Paul just about has this wrecker ready for me to work on. We've got the dash pretty well put in, got the radio put in. So there's gonna be cameras all over everywhere. It's gonna have a video recorder inside of it as part of that whole radio deal. JVC Kenwood sent this all to Paul, and I get to wire it all up for him. He's got his gauges pretty well laid out, his dash laid out. Things pretty complete under the hood. So
we're lacking lights.
Lacking lights.
We got to get the lights all mounted so that you guys know where to run wires to. So it's coming along.
Yeah,
soon.
Soon. It'll be at my shop here very soon. So, so probably about the time I wrap up Matt's wrecker, this one will be in our shop. So it's just going to be wrecker month. So we got the tow truck Olympics coming up here directly, and we got to get these done so they can get testing them before the Olympics. So I'm not out there at the Olympics with duct tape and butt connectors putting everything back together. So
well, that might be happening anyway.
it might be, yeah.
It's gonna be fun. Yep, big block torque will be fun.
That takes care of this visit to the MORR shop. Don't forget to go check out our merch at chadsfab.com. We've got hoodies and hats like Kenner's wearing there, pocket tees, regular tees, and a few other things. Till next time, don't forget the old adage, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Thanks for watching.